welcome back to my channel. This is What is Wednesday. For those of you that are brand new to my channel, welcome. What is Wednesday is a series started on my channel where anybody and everybody can comment, complain, and your concerns out there. I basically do what is, where is, why is, and I'm now going to be doing how is, or how. So basically you can come to my channel, comment anywhere you want. I have the links to my social medias are down in the description box down below of every video. So without further ado, let's get into some of you guys' complaints. I am your host, Cherish, and as you just heard by the intro, this is What is Wednesday. Welcome to episode 10. I am so excited. So far, it has been really cool. I have had so many of you guys very active, and you guys did actually participate in the challenge. I gave you guys a question last week for you guys to answer. There were some of you that weren't super duper active, like you may have only submitted one or two, and I did finally change the thing to submitting as many as you could. I do actually have 3 winners, which is what I said I was going to start with, are my 3 winners, and yes, I will say how many you won with. So I will basically be putting your username down at the bottom. In first place, by a lot, 59 submissions, is at Mad Hatter Lolo from Twitter. And this was a very close second, but 18 submissions, Katniss Cullen, my VIP subscriber. This one is a little bit difficult, with 17 submissions, so far a tie between at Mr. Good Guy 88 and at Miss, B-word Cat 1 from Twitter. So Kat and Eli, you guys, I'm going to be contacting you guys. So basically I did explain, I believe in either 7 or last one, if there was a tie, how the tiebreaker was going to work. So basically I am going to be giving them a question. The 2 of them will battle it out to see who can answer it the most there. So those are my 3 winners. Without further ado, let's actually get into some of you guys' comments, concerns, and complaints. So, we do only have a couple, and that's actually okay this time, only because I do want to get to my top 10 favorites. I do have to make the PS, for anybody who is not happy with any of the submissions of what is, you guys, you can just skip over it. Basically, don't come at me for anybody's complaints. They're not mine unless I tell you they're mine. But if it's somebody else's complaint or questioning, don't get mad at me for it. And if you're that mad, you can go and complain yourself, putting it a what is or why is or now how is or how come or something like that. And yeah. Anyways, so the first one comes from my VIP subscriber, and she says, what is with people thinking they own the world or a person in it? Many people in my life have had certain children or people that lived with them, and now it's even more so a reason for them to think they own a person of flesh. The other person I lived with has been trying to sweet talk all their way back into talking to me, even though I have told them to F off, and they're being relentless. So basically, we did talk about this, her and I, because I kind of was a little confused by her submission. So she used to live with a couple different people. Some people seem to feel like, they're owed something for how her life turned out, meaning her having a husband now, and a family, and a life, and a job, and then other people, she got her son back, and other people feel that they let their guard down, or something stupid like that, so she could get her child back. So, yeah, it's pretty stupid. She says, am I being too subtle, or do I need to be more of a biatch to get the point through? My answer is, with the one concerning your child, I would say let it go. I wouldn't even deal with it. If any of you guys have a different opinion on that one, she has said that if you guys feel a certain way, go ahead and comment down below, or go to any of my social medias and have your answer or suggestions. But on the other one, he's just being stupid. He's looking for attention. I wouldn't give it to him. That's just my personal opinion, is don't give him any more attention. He's an attention whore. We all know that. He's mad because our sister is now happy and almost newly married, so he has a lot that he is obviously jealous of, and he's jealous of you being happy and him still not being. So I would let it go. So the next one also comes from my VIP subscriber, and she says, what is with Facebook and other streaming pages being so critical or overruling for someone's personal stream for a game? My husband is a gaming streamer, and his main stream way is through Twitch. Recently, he has added his Twitch stream to Discord, Twitch itself, and also Facebook. YouTube has outright blocked his videos due to the content of his cursing and the game he plays having mild nudity that doesn't have sexuality in them. Facebook has removed one of his videos because they told him he was copywriting someone else's music, when in fact he made it in a music creation program himself. I mean, yeah, he may not have paid for the program, but he puts money into Twitch, into games, and streaming supplies. So unless someone else stole his opening theme tune to his channel, that is still his tune he created. I don't know. It's a passion of his, and I do support him in any way. So I totally understand where she's coming from. I've had a couple of videos taken off of actually Instagram, of actually here on YouTube, different reasons that don't make sense to me or anybody else that I have told, including music that my adopted second dad actually does create his own music. Yeah, he has a couple cover tunes, but I made sure I never use any of his cover tunes, but I did use one of his songs in one of my videos, one of my very first videos. Not the firework video, but one of the ones prior to that. I've had so many first videos that actually were taken down or told that I couldn't use or something stupid like that, switched to private without my permission to put them private when I wanted them public for others to see. Nonetheless, sometimes some of these streaming services just can get really, really finicky. So the next one comes from a friend on Twitter. What is Stargirl? So I just saw this thing in CW about Stargirl. Who is she and who is the male hero she is female to? Actually, my VIP subscriber actually said it's Batman, I guess. I don't know. I've only seen a couple little clips of commercials for it. I haven't actually watched it. Okay, so she continues and says, I know that on CW they do the DC universe and Fox does the Marvel. So if she is DC, who is she? I thought she might have been the female of Captain America. So did I, because she had stars on her, which made me think Captain America. But that's Marvel. So yeah, I'm confused so much. But like I said, my sister said that that Stargirl is supposed to be Batwoman, even though they have Batwoman. I don't know. Some of these things are getting real confusing to me, and I feel like they're just reaching, so I don't know. I've not even been able to really watch much of CW recently. Currently, since Supernatural is not on CW right now, because it's still on hiatus, I've just sort of not been watching. And since Arrow left, I've been very, very upset. So next one comes from a friend on Instagram, and he says, this one is really, really funny. We talked about this one. Why is it you get hooked on a show or a couple shows that you get so excited when they do a crossover? Arrow, Flash, DC Legends. And they come to end, and one by one, the other shows that were a part of the crossover now seem so boring without the other shows even hinted. So, truth be told, yeah, I was very sad because I was really, really happy when they did their last crossover just before Arrow ended, where it was DC Legends, Arrow, Flash, Black Lightning, and some of the other really popular DCs. I was really, really excited. I got real, real happy when they did the crossovers. They've done a couple crossovers, bringing in some of the newer shows, which was really cool because they added Supergirl, and they put Supergirl in there, which I thought was really, really awesome. And I think that just before Batwoman got really, really popular, they added her in the Arrow, or in, not the Arrow crossover, but the crossover series where it was like the entire week of showing each crossover. I thought that was really, really cool. So now we are at the part of this video. I am going to read my top 10 favorites. I am hoping that next 10, which will be 20, which is probably going to be in another month or so, obviously, within the next 10 weeks. Maybe I'll have 20 submitted to go through. So I am not going to say who they are from. Like I said, I'm not going to say who they are from, but if you submitted it, you'll know it was you. So that would be my son. He's finally in one of my videos. I think he's in another one of mine, but he's finally in a video. So the question was, what is one thing that as a kid your mother told you that not until you were a teen/adult you now find important? So a lot of these I basically chose because, actually all of these I chose because you guys gave an example, which is something I really, really love. Okay, so the first one is, my mom always said, eat all your veggies or you will never grow. Example, I'm over here like, no wonder I'm 5'1" and weigh 100 pounds. Okay, so 2. Mom always said, don't come home drunk. I learned this through my brother when he came home drunk off his butt and missed a step on stairs and spilled peas all over the floor. I was always told to keep my pants up and not show my underwear. When I went to jail, I wore my pants below my bum, and a guy told me it meant I was gay and tried to overpower me. Lesson learned. Whew. Okay, so these next 2 ones, originally, I had to talk to these 2 submitters because one, who's the next one, she was only raised by her grandma and she asked if it was okay. And the other one was only raised by her aunt and also asked if it was okay. Now, I could have changed it to a parental figure, but I don't know, it was already too late to go back and change it to parental figure. So I did let these 2, but they're the only 2 that aren't their moms, because it was who they were raised by. So it's completely different if it's who you were raised by. So this one says, my grandma was my mom, and she told me don't sleep with someone if you don't know what your future is going to be like with them. Her example, 4 kids later and 3 baby daddies. Now I learned my lesson. So the next one says, my aunt always said every Disney movie has a moral in it, and if you follow it, you will grow up to be a successful businesswoman. Her example, I'm 25, been graduated from law school for about 8 years now, and am one of the top most successful lawyers in Pennsylvania state. So the next one says, my mom always said, find a job young that can become your career. Her example, got a job as his example, got a job as a busboy for my favorite restaurant when I was 14. Now I own the restaurant and have owned it for 22 years. Mama always said, don't let men tell you how to live your life. Example, I've been the CEO of my company and have been for nearly 33 years. I started as a secretary when I was 19 and under the toe of a man. When I hit 21, I was over being under him. Now I am at the top and he is at the bottom. My mom always said, if you can't say something nice, don't say nothing at all. And I know there was a couple submissions of this very same thing. But this one, I like the example because some of the other ones, they didn't exactly give an example. Our family is extremely Disney oriented, so it is only fitting that this would be one used. So, like I said, it's only fitting because it's something that I live by too, because my family is Disney oriented. Mom always said, do not watch a scary movie before you fall asleep. Example, learn that after being a teenager. My proudest moment woke siblings up after remembering and watching Jurassic. LOL, worst night ever. Mom always said, be careful who you trust and don't know. Learned this lesson through personal experience when I trusted a pregnant woman and her boyfriend, and they ended up being the wrong people to let near my family because they used us and were trying to get my husband, daughter, and I kicked out. So that is my top favorites, the question that I asked for this series. So when I get to 19, which is obviously going to be in another 9 episodes, I will do a question again for those of you who are confused, going, wait, I do have an updates video for those of you that never saw it, and that may have been the reason why you never submitted anything, or you didn't understand how the submitting worked. I know I explained a little bit of it in 7, and 8, but didn't talk much about it in 9, which I probably could have talked a little bit more in 9, but I basically made a whole video. It is the updates video. It's going to be in the iCard, along with all the other episodes. You are also going to be able to find it in the playlist section on my little boxes. Can't wait to see 90 more episodes and what the 100th episode will look like. But yeah, I do want to let you guys know that when I reach 100, I will restart and it'll be season 2. I'm very, very excited to see what the brand new seasons bring, and what each and every one of these next episodes bring. As I've said always, you guys are free and welcome to submit any what is, why is, how, you could do how come, those kinds of things. Feel free to submit them anywhere you like. Any of my social medias, the links are in the description box down below, as well as the comment section in this video. Feel free. But that is all I have for you guys in this episode. Happy 10th episode, you guys. And I will see you guys next week. Bye.